Hello everyone, welcome to Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles. I'm Kishore and I'm here to solve a classic Sudoku created by Nine Knight. I saw the Sudoku on the CTC Discord server and I realized that it is also posted on Logic Masters Germany portal where it is rated 84%. So this is quite a high popularity rating for a classic Sudokus. Usually the classic Sudokus there are not rated so well, but this one seems to be rated really well. So I thought of giving this a try. This is a live solve. You can find the link to it in the description of the video, the F-Puzzles link and the CTC link also. So let's see how this Sudoku is by the author. And it is titled The Broken Ring for some reason. I'm not sure why that is titled that way. And on a different note, we have reached 1600 subscribers yesterday, so thank you for all your support. If you're a regular viewer of the channel and you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. So let's start the Sudoku now. And rules, of course, classic rules apply. Each row, each column and 3x3 box in the grid has digits from 1 to 9 without any repetitions. So you have a 1 in row 5 and row 6, so that gives me a 1 here, and there are just 2 given ones in the grid, so I suspect we can do anything more with that. Let's go to 2s. There are several 2s in the grid. Okay, 2 in row 7, row 9 gives me a 2 in this domino, and 2 is in column 8 and 7, so that gives 2 here. Okay, 2 in box 1 has 3 options. This would be weird to mark, so just not doing that. Let's go to 3s. You have 3 in row 5 and row 6, so that gives 3 in these 2 cells, and which means that these 2 cells can take only 2 digits. So I'm removing them and replacing them with center. And moving on, you have 3 in 4 given 3s. So in column 2, 3 must go here. Okay, 3 options for 3 in box 8 and 3 options for 3 in box 9, 3 options for 3 in box 3. Or do we have something going on here with the 3s? It's too early to see. I'll come back to it later. I suspect there may be something with the 3s. 4 is not in column 7, 4 is not in row 4, so 4 goes here. And following on that, 4 goes here in column 8. And 4 is in row 1 and row 3, so 4 goes here. So let's continue now. Do we have something more with the 4s? Not sure. Let's go to 5s. 5 is in row 4 and row 5, so that gives 5 here. Okay, this is interesting. I expected the Sudoku to give many digits at the start, because there are so many given digits. As you can see, there seems to be a dense cluster in the middle. So I thought it will give some starting digits, but this is really surprising to me. That's why I was seeing briefly to see if I was missing something easy, but that doesn't seem to be anything easy. So 5, 5, 5. Well, no more stuff can be done with 5s. Let's go to 6. 6 is in row 1, row 2. So 6 goes here. Let's quickly clean up the grid with corners, and then we'll start doing some center candidates. That is bound to yield more information. Okay, 6 goes here, and that's about it with the 6s. Let's go to 7. 7 is not in row 8. 7 is not in column 4, 5, 6. So 7 goes here. Okay, 7 in row 1, row 2. So 7 goes here. 3 options for 7 here. Let's go to 8s. There are just the 2 8s in the grid, I guess. This and this. So that gives 8 in these two cells. And 8 is not in row 1, so 8 goes here. And that's about the 8s. 9s, just 2 9s, so 9 goes here. 9 is not in row 8. Okay. So I don't think we can do anything more with corners. Maybe a bit more, which I'm not sure about. So let's start doing the center candidates now. Let's start with row 4. The remaining digits are 6, 7, 8. So let's quickly put them in. 6, 7 and 7, 8. And box 2 has 6 givens. So the remaining digits are 1, 8 and 9. 1, 9, 1, 8, 9 and 1, 8 and 9. Look at column 4. So the pending digits are 1, 7, 8 and 9. And this cell can't take 7 or 9. So this is 1, 8. This is 1, 7, 9. This is 7, 8, 9. And look at row 1. And this cell in particular can't be anything except 1 or a 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 are eliminated. So this can only be 1 and 9. And that has a pair. Just in adjacent cells we have a pair. And which means the remaining cells can't take 1, 9 in the row. So this is a 2, 3, 5, 2, 5 and 2, 3, 5. Okay, let's look along column 3 now. 6 is not in these two cells, so 6 is either here or here. That's a different kind of marking. One which may or may not help. Let's look for 6s which could potentially be in these two cells in other column. My eyes are drawn to this column. So 6 is not here. So 6 is going in these 3 cells. And that is actually not an X-wing. But you can do some deduction with that marking in there, but I don't want to do that yet. So let's just remove these for now and continue our candidate marking. These two cells, 4, 5 and 9. And it can't take a 5, this can't take a 4. The grid is looking a lot filled up now. This cell is 6, 7, 8. And along column 3 again, this is 4, 6 and 9. Okay, this cell has only 3 candidates, has to be 1, 6 and 8. So I'm just randomly moving along, not sure where to go exactly. Okay, so let's use that deduction a bit now, because maybe it will yield us something. So we saw at the start that these are the only cells which can take 6 in those respective columns. Now can these two cells be 6? They cannot be, because if 6 goes in those blue cells, then 6 for both columns 3 and column 7 will go into these two you can say yellow cells. And that is not a situation we want to have. So you can ask me, how did I find this easily? Actually, the way to look at it is, this is actually resembling an X-wing, except one cell is spoiling that, right? This cell, the blue cell. So you treat it as a normal X-wing, but the elimination is limited only to the box which has that abnormal cell. You can call that the fin. It's called a finned X-wing. So if you were to use a normal X-wing, you would have eliminated that digit from all these cells, right? This is how a normal X-wing works. But in this case, when you have a fin extra cell, the elimination is limited only to the box which has that fin. So that's how I found that that these two cells cannot take a 6. Actually, there is a way to see these things. It's not that simply you spot them. You have to see them the right way. Why is this becoming multicolored? Usually when I press the white color, they change. Some changes seems to have been done on this CTC app. Okay, all right. So these two are not 6. So this is 3, 4, and 5. And this is also not a 6. So, okay, let's not mark that. There are so many possibilities here. Where do I go now? I have peppered the grid with pencil marks, but I'm not sure how to continue here. Okay, this cell has to be 167. Yeah, I've not looked at this area at all. It is limited to I'm sorry, it's limited to 3 digits only. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. So this can only be 169. And if you look along column 1, it cannot be a 6. It's 1 and 9. So more pencil marks. Let's look along row 7. And this cell in particular, it can only be 6 or 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 7, 9, 6 and 8. Wow. Imagine this, guys. 12 minutes into the solve and still not a single digit yet. So what a Sudoku by the 9-8. I mean, a really tough one. But I hope I finish this Sudoku, then otherwise it just becomes meaningless. What am I missing here? So my eyes are drawn to this wide area here. So this cannot be 5 digits, 2, 4, 5, 7 and 9. So they can only be 1, 3, 6, 8. And that's awesome because we have a quad in that row now. And what is a quad? When you find 4 cells which can take exactly 4 possible digits, then you have hit upon a quad. So these two cells can take only 1, 3, 6 or 8. We just saw that. So which means you have a quad along the row. So you can see that these 4 cells can take only 4 digits, 1, 3, 6 and 8. Which means the remaining digits 2, 4 and 5 must be scattered around here. This is 4, 5. This is 2, 4, 5. And this means this has to be a 3. Along this quad, you can see 3 has to be here. And let me remove this color. Okay. So I can use uniqueness here. I know that 3 is in this domino. I also know that the 3 is in this domino. But this is a 1-3 pair. Now, if this is also a 1-3 pair, meaning if you have 1 also in these 2 cells, then there is no way to resolve this pair at the end of your solve. And that makes the Sudoku grid non-unique. So every grid is unique, at least by authors, good authors, or from reputed sources. The Sudoku is supposed to be unique. There is no use solving a non-unique Sudoku. They are just utter, you can say, useless things. So let's see. So this should give me something. This triplet. Okay, I'm looking along column 8 now. Scanning along that column. Look at these 2 cells. They can't be 1, 2, 7, 9 and 4. So 3, 5, 6 and 8. This is not 5 or 6. So that's 3, 8. This is 5, 6, 8. Wow. So many pencil marks, guys. Wow. What a Sudoku. And let's come over here. This is 6, 8 and 9. So perhaps I may be even forced to use this, I think. That would give a 1 in these two cells, right? Wow, oh, this could have been marked right at the start, guys. This is fantastic. Look at these 4 cells. They can't take 3, 4 and 5 because the givens are placed in such a way. So which means 3, 4, 5 in box 9 has to be in these triamino. This will be 3 or 5 because you have a 4 here. 3, 4, 5. So this will be a 1, 6, 7, 8. Oh, so many candidates out there, but not one is giving us anything. So do we have something going on here? This is very long range. I don't think so. So I was hoping that these triplets will give us some information. Look over here. This is 1, 8 and 9. Wow, I'm completely clueless here, guys. Just completely clueless. Am I missing a triplet, you know? There were beautiful triplets, for example, this 3, 4, 5. And we also found 2, 4, 5 triplet, right? There's a 1, 9 pair here. There is a 1, 3 pair here. There is a 1, 3, 6, 8 here. There's something going on there. Can't see anything. Wow. Ooh, this is a hard one. So let's try looking for maybe XY wings. 1, 8. There is a 1, 9 here. It's just not even remotely connected. So there is also 7 in these two cells, right? That interesting somehow. Okay, 7 in these two cells in column 4. So which means this cannot be 7, right? Wow, this is a skyscraper logic, guys. Fantastic. Not so easy to find. So consider the 7 being in that pink cell. So if you have a 7 there, then 7 for both columns 4 and column 7 will have to be in these two cells. Oops, something else has popped up. So that we do not want to have, right? Which means that 7 cannot be in the pink cell. This is called a skyscraper logic. 7 is not here, which means 7 goes in this term, this is not 7, 4, 6, and 8. This is not 7, 6, 8, 9. Still, you can't say it was a breakthrough or anything, but something. Wow, this is a beast of a Sudoku, guys. Wow. So let me remove these yellows. So this is looking very suspicious. So if I have a 1 here, this becomes 1, this becomes 1, and this becomes 1. There's no problem with that. Okay, let's move on. 2, 5, 2, 4, 5, 4, 5. They're just too far away. This could take quite a while, I think. How many minutes into the solve? 22 minutes and not a single digit. I know that's what I said about 10 minutes back, but still the same situation. But I think if you find the break into the Sudoku, you should keep falling. What else can we look for here? So let me just see again. In row 4, 6 is in these two cells. In row 7, 6 is in these 4 cells. That's not looking interesting at all. Come on. Give me something. Give me something. The broken ring. Is that supposed to mean something? Does it have some kind of Phistomefel thing or? Oh yes, guys. Yes, and that's how, I mean, this has a Phistomefel ring to complete the Sudoku. Oh, I have to explain the Phistomefel ring now. So this ring, this discovery was done about a year or so back. So in any Sudoku, doesn't matter, in any 9x9 Sudoku, the digits in these in this ring, blue ring you can say, must be equal to the digits in these 16 squares which I'm just marking, 2 by 2 squares. Right, this is how a Phistomefel ring works. Now you may look at me as if I'm some crazy fellow, but this is true. You can take any Sudoku and just see. You'll notice that the digits in this ring will be equal to the digits in these 2 by 2 squares. So there are many explanations out there for how this works, so you can check those out. I'm not going to explain the Phistomefel ring again. So I think this is the way to proceed in this Sudoku, because it says the broken ring. So, and there doesn't seem to be any classic technique that I'm aware of here. You have to keep on chipping and doing something. Maybe the computer will throw us something. But let's use this Phistomefel ring now. I'll also add a link in the description of the video on how you can actually prove this fact. We have videos we have made earlier on Phistomefel ring. So since this video is already 26 minutes long, I'm just going ahead with the fact that the yellows are equal to the pinks. So you can see that there are exactly 4 digits here, 6, 7, 8 and 9, which is not in this ring. And there are 5 cells left out here. So we can make use of that. Let's see. How do we make use of this? Even with the Phistomefel ring, it's not a walkover. I was actually thinking there are only 4 cells remaining here, but actually there seems to be 5. So I need to put the 6, 7, 8, 9 somewhere there, right? So which means this cell, which is seeing all these 4 cells, cannot be a 6, because then 6 will be thrown out of the ring. So this is not a 6. So this is going to be 8 or a 9. But again, same logic. If this is 8, then 8 will be thrown out of this ring. Which means that this has to be a 9. And now 9 has an option here. So 9 goes here. That's a 4. And that's a 6 now. So look along this column. This will be a 5. And now 6 has only 1 cell in this box. 6 has to go here. Okay, 6 is not in row 5, so that's 7 or 8. This is not a 9, that's 1 and 8. This is 8 because of the 6 here. That's 8. This is 1 or 7 for the row. And we have a 1-7 pair along row 7, so that's a 9. And now 9 in box 4 has only one option, this cell. And that pushes the 5 here, 5 in these 2 cells, so 5 here, and that gives an 8 here. So now 6 is here, so this is 7, this will be a 4. And row 4 can be completed, that's a 6. Row 5 can be completed, I think, so this is not a 4, this is a 4, this is 7 or 8. 3, 6, 7, 9, 5 and 8, so this is a 2-4 pair. That becomes 1. And 5 is here, so this is 3. This is 4. This is 5. And 8 is here. This is 3. And this column can be completed. That's a 6. So I don't think there is any logical way to complete this Sudoku, guys. Maybe you can check out it in Wiki Solver. It will probably show, maybe, I don't know, advanced logic after advanced logic, because the wiki I think doesn't have this Phistomefel idea here. This was a recent discovery, you can say, the world of Sudoku. 4, 2, and Phistomefel is the name of the person who put forth this first 3, 5, 6, 8, 1, 4, 9. So this is 2, this is 7, and this column can be completed. 1, 3, 5, so 3, 5, so that's a 1. So you need a 3, 5 pair here. So 3 is not here, so that's a 5, that's a 3. So for guys who are seeing this for the first time, you may still be wondering how this is working. So I've not explained in this video because I wanted to keep the video not too long. And so I will add the link to how you can see a piston, how this one, how you can prove this, that digits in the yellow are equal to the digits in the pink. We have made many videos previously. I will add a link to that. You can just see that. That will be good, I think. Okay, so 1 is not here, so that's 8, 9. This is not 9, that's 7, 8. Okay, let's finish up this Sudoku. This is 1, 8 for the row and 1, 7, 8 triplet, which means these pink cells must be a 2, 5 pair. You have 5 here, so that's a 5, that's a 2, that's not 1. So we are almost done here. This is not 8, that's 1 and 6. That's not a 1, 6, 7, 7, 9. And I know that the 1 has only one cell now in column 4, that's 1. That's 6, 7, 1, 8, 9, 1, 9, 8, 1, 1, 3. This is 8, 7, this is a 7, this is a 9, this is a 6, that's a 7, that would be 3, 8, so 3 and 8, and that would be 8, 6. And with that, we have completed this Sudoku by the 9-night. And now I truly know the meaning of the broken ring. This is not a logic you would expect to see in competition. This will definitely not occur in any competition, but it's a wonderful technique that 9-night has tried to highlight here. I don't think I've used Phistomefel over the last maybe 7 or 8 months in any Sudoku. So this was nice to, again get into that. So I was not seeing any logic at all. I was looking for so many techniques, but nothing hit upon it. If you guys managed to solve this without the Phistomefel, please do let us know in comments below, and do remember to check out the video on how this theorem can be proved. So thanks for watching. Thanks to the author for a great Sudoku. We hope to see you soon. Bye bye.